It is another beautiful warm day today. Frida Reba Darcy and Patricia O'Connor here. Hello world. It is Saturday. It is warm. The birds are singing and flying about. There's a little bit of a hazy look in the sky. And the pool and the jacuzzi downstairs are absolutely hopping. We've got our little copyright-free reggae mix going to keep me out of trouble with the powers that be. So I don't want to have to become a 311 roadie again. And I'm just got through watering our trees. One of the few times I've actually had to haul water twice. By haul water, I mean fill up my couple of buckets, disperse everything, and then go, hey, that wasn't enough water. Everybody was thirsty. This is a quick look at our cones. These are cones and seeds and pods or what have you for California redwoods, California coastal redwoods, and they are absolutely just kind of hanging out, waiting for whenever the right time is. But if you were to drop one of those, like just drop it, you would see hundreds of these little seeds fall out. That's why I didn't really do anything with them. I just threw them all in there and let them go for it. Quick look at the Codaheim Forest. It is continuing to flush out. While we're doing quick looks, this is my fusion Wisteria, and that is going to be a bloom, and I think that is going to be a bloom, and I don't see anything on the other side. Also, I trimmed this back here and here. So the other day when I was looking at it and going, why aren't you blooming? Look over here at this one. The real reason was I might have also cut off some bloom sites when I trimmed that back. There was very much that danger. This guy, we were going to have blooms there. We were going to have blooms there. We were going to have blooms here. We were going to have blooms here. And I think those are more coming out. I will keep you posted. Those are going to be white, very fragrant. And if last year was any indication, last year we had one site that did that, and they were absolutely beautiful. Definitely earns its keep when it does that. Let's just do another little quick look at the oak tree. It is, I would say, those of you who know how to drive a standard know what I mean. It's shifting into third, which means that it's not just like, continuing to grow during the winter the way evergreens do. No, I would say its energy and its speed are definitely an indication that it's in full on mode. The pine tree is my Japanese black pine. This is a 75-year-old Cork Bark black pine, and we stumbled a little bit at the end of last year, and it is recovering, I would say, nicely. It's starting to look good again. It's more green than yellow, which I'm really glad to see. I was absolutely worried about it at one point, and but I'm really glad to see it's looking good, and it's starting to really look good. So really happy with that. My other little Japanese black pine, we didn't miss the lick with this one. This one has been doing fine from day one. Another little quick look at the Cork Bark Oak. I would say that if you were looking for a good first tree, Cork Bark Oak. And while I'm thinking about it, I was watching Blue Jay Bonsai earlier, and he got an olive. On the same scale, olives are also a really good first bonsai, and they're interesting. You know, a lot of times you see something and you go, wouldn't it be neat if I could just like graft a huge limb or root, a huge thing that already has bark. You can do that with olive. If you see somebody cutting down olive trees, you could absolutely knock off a chunk of tree and soak it in water and then some soil, and you can actually get it to root. They are survivors like nobody's business. I'm a little reminded of them because of the Cork Bark Oak. In some ways does remind me of olives. And also I had mentioned to them in regards, mentioned to Jay in regards to his olives, that there is a I don't know what, not really a nursery, it's a commercial site. It's in Napa Valley where all the wine, where all the grapes are and where all the wine is made. And it's a place where they sell, I guess they sell grape stock, you know, for that, but they also have olive trees, and they're in huge wooden containers that are kind of pyramid shaped, inverted pyramid shaped containers. And they're really big. I was going to try to point something out, but I don't. That little building in the back, about half of one of those would be about the size of the containers. Yeah, if you took that building on in the back and set it on its side, half of that would be how big the containers are. And they have 1,000-year-old olive trees that were, like, if they went into Italy somewhere, or where they had a olive grove that had been planted by Romans back in the day, they have that, and they have wine orchards that are just ancient. And so somebody decides later on down the line, if they bought that, they want to turn it into a subdivision, and all of those trees will either go away or they'll be transplanted and sold. And so some are up there and they're for sale. Always did kind of dream of contracting out some concrete people to make a huge Vietnamese style bonsai pot, and then have a crane drop one of those 1,000-year-old olive trees in it. I would just love to have something like that as a project for maybe the city, or like maybe a Asian heritage museum, you know, like you could say this is the Vietnamese style pot, and we have this huge tree in it, and then you could and then go into a Japanese garden, and then on that you could maybe show off some Pigeon stuff and some stuff that was more Chinese oriented, and just show the different Asian arts. Anyway, that was all part of a thought that I'd had around that, but it kind of centered around, wouldn't it be cool to have one of those 1,000-year-old olive trees up at the front saying, yeah, you're here. That's a quick look at our Ponderosa. Now, let's call this Super Cypress Saturday. Super Cypress Saturday. The growth that started last year, at the end of last year, this was a new shoot that started in the fall, and it never completely lost its green. And so to that end, it is starting to put out again. The first buds between the three trees, I guess would have been these shoots here, because just about a week ago or 2 weeks ago maybe, I saw that it switched. This cypress tree out of the trio had switched back on. However, I hadn't really noticed too much in the way of swelling down here like I had this guy. Now, I just showed this one 2 days ago, and as you can see, those little buds are now little green shoots. They're in one stage of another of being a shoot, and that tree is just absolutely full of them, and it's good to see energy way up there at the top. All that stuff is open channel from there all the way up, and the tree is looking good, and its little sapling running down there beside it is looking pretty nice too. When it comes to the centerpiece, which is the older tree, it was one of the first ones to show the swelling, I would say, of all of these little, but it's slower moving. It, like, I could see it first in this one, but I'm not seeing the it's doing it at a much slower rate. To that end, that's new. And there was another one that's new. So, and that's new. So that tree, all three trees, oh yeah, and to that end, this is already starting to bust out here and bust out here. I think that may have happened since I watered about an hour and a half ago. Because I looked at it and I didn't see that an hour and a half ago when I was looking at this tree. So everything, the cypress trees are well and truly bought into the notion that it is that it's no longer winter, and they seem to be flushing out nicely. And I'm really liking what's happening on our balcony. My battery says to cut this short. So yeah, Super Cypress Saturday. All three of my cypress trees are flushing out, have switched on and are flushing out with signs of little buds and growth. And it's all positive signs that they've all said, yeah, Patricia, we are going to do this. We're ready to do this again. Oh, and the same with my Dawn Redwood. I have noticed a few buds on it are starting to rise up. I like it better when I see them way up at the top, because I always assume that means there's energy from the bottom to the top, but there are just a couple. So glad to see that. Everybody is looking really nice. It's like saying, all's forgiven, come on back. And which was a joke we would tell people over the radio when they were working way off the set. All's forgiven, come on back. So thank you so much for watching. I have noticed a little weirdness in the algorithm. I just kind of wondered about it and kind of looked at inward and wondered if I was doing something wrong. I've heard people who were way more successful than I am at this speaking with paranoia exactly the way I feel. I think Facebook may be messing with us a little bit. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that is what will help the little algorithm issues that some people seem to be going through. I'm not just saying that for me. When you like and subscribe on a video, it tells the algorithm to promote them. It's something nice that you can do for somebody who has taken the time to create something. I generally like all the videos that I watch. Before I even watch them, I click on them. Before I expand the page, I hit the like button, and then unless I'm offended, and if I'm offended, I'll go back and unlike. But unless I'm offended, they get a like. They took the time to make this, and I'm not spending anything to see it. And a lot of times, if I'm watching somebody else's premiere, and maybe I'll type in, hit the like, I notice the likes jump up by an enormous amount. Like, people weren't really thinking about it until mentioned or reminded. So hit the like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Frida wants me to tell you thank you for watching, and I would concur. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We're gonna do another one tomorrow because it's Sunday and we can. And I so appreciate you. Thanks for watching.